Hi.
So sorry, I was really obnoxious.
She's like, it's him.
How you doing?
I'm sorry. I have followed you and your brand since you guys like started early on. I have rocked with you guys since day one, and it's been so great to see you guys grow. It's great to see someone who is just also another normal human being who just fought it through and then got somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to schedule a couple people this week. Yeah, no, it's
What's
good.
been booking out?
Right now we got Barracks pretty much booked for, pretty much booked out for the next like 6 days.
Straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wasn't last month literally every single day there was a shoot the entire month?
Dude,
that calendar is bananas.
Isn't that wild, bro? Sometimes there was even like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one day. At one moment, Asher was like, dude, I'm here for like 18 hours today. Can I get like a Postmates? I was like, yeah, I got you. Like, I felt bad. Like he was just there for, look at this one, bro. Yeah, so this is essentially an app we use called App Toto. It's basically like an app you would use if you ran like a hair salon. Like you can essentially like schedule people, but instead of scheduling the client, I'm actually scheduling our site rep. So when I add this booking, you can essentially like have the site manager like added to essentially like part of this bot, and it'll send you like a text message like, anyways, like if I were to add, say, Brad right here, that's one of our site managers, you can basically go to his like profile, and then it'll send text reminders like, hey, like I kind of did this because like we've had this location for 5 years, and there was a moment where like I think we have like a really good team now, but there'd be site reps where like the crew's like messaging me like, hey, I'm like out front, how do I get in? And I hit the site rep who I'd scheduled, I'm like, hey, like are you inside? Like can you pop out and let them in? They're like, oh, I'm there today. And it's like, yeah, dude, like the crew is right there. He's like, oh, my bad, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. And now I'm having to like refund them and this and that. So this app basically just kind of removes me having to like be everyone's dad or mom or whatever. Like, hey, are you gonna be there tomorrow? It's just like, this thing just reminds them like, hey, like, yeah, and it helps tremendously when you're managing like, like 5 different listings on one location.
You look at even Julian, like, and all the stuff we've asked of him.
He's gone like above and beyond, like every time.
And it's like, even my relationship with Lexar, like, still to this day, like, when we do these deals with them, they bring me out to NAB, or like they hire me to, do like make content for a new product launch or whatever. Like, I even still to this day will go above and beyond what is asked. Like, if they ask me to like make 2 reels and 2 story posts, I'll make 3 reels and 4 story posts. I will go above what is asked, and that is why still 6 years later, every year they contract me to do a ton of stuff, and they bring me out here for the 3rd year in a row. And it's like, that's like the type of stuff you have to go above and beyond to really like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you feel differently, or if anyone else in the room feels differently.
I just think there's like such a high saturation of very, very talented people. So the thing that's going to edge you out is your like work ethic, really.
I mean, even case in point to Tom, when I met Tom in LA, it's like you pulled up to a music video. I don't even know if you got paid that day. It was more of like the band just wanted your camera to shoot. They're like, yo, is it okay if this guy comes and shoots a video? Like, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, he's got it red. Awesome. And then I remember at the end of the day, you were just like, yo, like, going to film school, I got his camera, I'm just trying to shoot stuff, like anything you got, let me know. And like there was countless videos where I probably didn't pay you, or paid you like $200 or $300, $400, like it always varied, and you never even like knew, and you never even asked like, hey, what's my rate for this? You were just like, you just pulled up. And then like that relationship developed, and it's like, here we are, I don't know, 8, 9 years later, and it's like all of the things we've done together stemmed from that work ethic and that just like desire and hunger. And yeah, I mean, just that's another prime example of like going above and beyond. And you would drive up from the OC to LA, and you never ask me for gas money. Like, it's just, yeah, I mean, that's the type of like I said, if you want to do anything, and I think if you want to do anything in life where you have like real success or make a substantial impact, that's the type of like work ethic and mentality you have to have. Otherwise, you're just gonna be average. Dan with the backwards op. There, that's that steady cam practice. What is it, toe to heel? Or heel to toe?
Still flex for you guys.
You see that? That's cool. That is cool. Made these little cards I've been passing out to everyone.
Oh, that's
a little
nice.
Lexar thing. So just to make sure, a little friendly reminder for people
That's nice.
that's been seeing us. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, we brought like a ton of stuff that we can give away. Is there anything that you guys wanted to throw in the mix, or just like no, you just want to keep it just Prism
We
stuff?
have
Or
a ton of, we have some memory cards.
okay.
Yeah, let's do some memory cards.
Okay.
Can I give that to you now?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Since with me. More. SD. Yeah, 10 SDs. Take them all.
Oh, okay. Sheesh. Yo, y'all are messing up if you don't pull up tomorrow. This is just a sample. We got so much more Prism lens effects, filters, goodies. Hey, Joey just keeps throwing more fuel to the fire. We got hella SD cards. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Don't miss that. Bet that. Believe that. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Hold on, let me hand these off to Tom real quick. You're gonna take them?
Doing good. I like watching your stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate
We
it.
live in Louisiana, so
Okay.
all your cool sets and stuff now.
Yeah.
How
Have
was
you?
that when you sold the ranch?
Oh, dude, I didn't want to at all. Like, I had no desire to, but I mean, I kind of touched on it in my video of why I sold, but the county at some point just started like giving me issues.
Yeah.
And they wanted to like fine me for operating a business that wasn't a commercial lot and it was residential, and the fines kept starting to stack and I'd pay them, and then they're like, hey, like, we're gonna keep doing this unless you want to rezone. I was like, dude, just like California to run a business that is like out of the state. So ultimately I was like, you know what? I've had it for 5 years. I've shot so much of my own personal stuff there that everything that I wanted to do, I've utilized it so much. So it's been the backdrop. I mean, there's probably 400 or 500 productions that shot there.
I wish I was closer just to film something.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had literally like, I have on my desktop plans like in a folder where for like a roadside biker like bar, a motel, like, and I have the renderings and everything. Like, I wanted to do that stuff, and it was different too. Like at the time when I bought the property and started building it, I lived in LA, and now I kind of live in Arizona, and I have 2 kids, twins, like family, and it's like sort of like have that in the background. All of a sudden, a random call or thing popping up that I'm like dealing with, like shit. Like it just got to a point I was like, you know what? I'll get rid of it, get my money out. It still went up in value and equity, so win. But I am sad because there were a lot of people that were just like, dude, I never got to shoot there. It was always like, I wanted to shoot there. It was a dream of mine to shoot there. So
He's got to go in a little.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, dude,
Absolutely.
yeah, pleasure. Nice meeting you guys. Hopefully see you back here tomorrow.
What's up,
dude?
I'm Joe. Yeah,
you guys recently just picked our stuff up, right?
Yeah. We got one of the Starburst filters
Cool.
from you guys, and I was like filming some player runouts with it. But I've been following you. I think I DM'd you. I've been following you for a really long time, but I DM'd you. I had the balls to DM you the first time in like 2019,
Dope.
and now I was filming like high school lacrosse.
Nice.
And then like, I mean,
so you're doing for the Dolphins now?
Yeah.
Are you doing video, photo, both?
Yeah, we do video. So I'm consider myself a cinematographer. So we create a video team. We do media day stuff, hype tapes. We film all the games, but obviously we just try and film the games in like the most cinematic way. Use the like coolest lenses and filters.
What do you shoot with?
So we shoot with Arri Mirrors right now.
Wow, cool.
But I mean, we're kind of using more Sony. We're grabbing for the lighter, like more mobile Sony stuff now. We might buy some Reds. Like, I don't know. We're in a time where there's so many options.
Yeah, we'll send you guys some shit if we could do some cool collaborative posts of like what you guys are shooting.
For sure.
And
like
stuff.
I think there's some. Yeah, I mean we're always down to do stuff like that, and especially like me, like in I hope like the headspace that I'm in. I feel like that's the exact kind of like partnership that we want, or at least just like. You send us something, I'll just send you the clip. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it'd be cool to like, we've got some like unique kind of like new versions of like handheld ghost stuff coming out. And it'd be cool as like players are running by, like you catch it, like and use it in a transition moment or like do little things like.
Our brand a lot in Miami, like we're fast. Like we had Tyreek Hill. We had some of the fastest players in the league, and like our game is explosive. We scored 70 points 2 years
Yeah,
ago. Like, so.
But yeah, would love to do some stuff with you guys.
For sure.
So yeah, DM Prism, DM me.
I will.
Also send us some of your work. Would love
Yeah,
to just see
I have
what
a
you guys are
couple
shooting.
I mean, this is like the handheld ghost.
The ghost one.
Oh,
that one's the beefy boy for like huge.
That's
We have a
so
smaller
If
version.
you kind of like see this part right here,
Oh, no,
if you look
yeah.
at a light, you can see the
Yeah.
way the light convexes.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a circular
So
one if
sick.
you wanted it to be permanent on your
But I
light, but if
think
you wanted to just dodge it.
This is
there's
But we have a small version too.
Yeah.
Like this
Well, it
is
has like a
150 mil. Well, this is 150 mil. We have a 100 mil version.
like how-
We also have one that's like half the strength, so it's not as heavy. The glass is thinner, so
Yeah.
the effect is not as strong. But
we even
there's a lot of variants.
We have media days where we like
Yeah.
have all sort of creative sets where we have to like do stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things that we can explore. But this is dope.
Yeah.
I had one. So I was like, damn, if I'm meeting you, I gotta ask like one introspective question. I feel
Okay.
like you're a pretty introspective dude. So
Jeez, I hope I don't.
all right, no, it's
here.
good. I feel like most people ask like if you saw your younger self, what would you tell them? But I was like, I'm gonna flip it. If your younger self saw you today, what do you think they'd think about, you know, where you're at and what you did, what you have done?
Damn.
Wow.
I think he would just be fucking proud. You know what I mean? Dude, I just got a little emotional because it's just like, yeah, I mean, just set out to want to literally, like, I was just a creative person since I was a kid. I always made my own board games, made my own movies, just made shit. And the fact that that is carried over into my adult life and I get to just with my friends make cool shit, whatever. We want to build a store, we build a video store. We want to build a product, we build a product. We want to make a short film, we make a film. And like the fact that that's my life is pretty cool. So just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he would even say anything, just be like, just very thankful and be like, yo, we did it kind of thing. And there's still so much more that I want to achieve and do and everything. Like, I don't think you ever arrived, like, because I think the moment you think you arrive, that's when everything goes downhill. But yeah, definitely very, very proud for sure. Cool. So yeah.
Great. Well, I appreciate your guys' time.
This
is everything I want it to be. So I appreciate you
We'll
guys.
look out for those stills.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll definitely send everything to you, and then you know, hopefully this is not the last time.
No, not at all. That's good.
Thank you so much, bro.
So,
Thank you so much, dude.
it's actually a video.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks.
Take care.
Pleasure seeing you.
Yeah, dude. You too.
Good as shit.
Dude, congrats, dude. That's a crazy line to just drop that on me like that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude, pleasure. What's your name?
Oleg.
Oleg? Nice to meet you, man.
Awesome. It really is, and it's super inspirational. So
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
man.
Inspired a dude from New Jersey to follow his dreams.
Pleasure, dude. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Of course, man.
Dope, dude.
Awesome. Hey,
Pleasure. Absolutely.
love everything you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Super inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Appreciate it
I
very
appreciate
much.
it, man.
Yeah, pleasure, dude. Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys.
Thanks so much. What's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you,
Chris, pleasure meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're competing with Tiffin and all the other big dogs.
Yeah.
And honestly doing a much better job.
You know, I always see these analogies on like YouTube and like TikTok and shit where like bamboo, right? It takes like, I'm gonna butcher it, but like 30 years to grow. And the first like 29 years, it's just under the ground building its root system. And year 30, it balloons up. And I'm probably butchering it a little bit, but like, I feel like that's been us the last 5 years. Foundation, almost getting put out by one agency. Okay, boom, pull back our payroll. And now we're like, right, the foundation's like cement. And now the bamboo is like really starting to like pop out where it's like, gotta see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Well, I think not only that, but now it's a little, not that it's entirely our focus because we still have the studios and everything else we do, but like it definitely is like a lot more of our focus now than it ever has been, which in the past it's always
fun too. You know, like when you're not getting paid and you're like constantly like week to week going into like Zoom calls with agencies or CPAs, finding out if the business is even gonna be around, it's hard to be excited about it.
Yeah.
But like now coming off of like a year of like, no, like things are good. Like we can buy this inventory, like entertain this bigger warehouse. Like that's where it's like, oh
fun.
Shit. Like
open the store, build the store.
Dude, 100%.
All of that.
We would have never ever built a store in our previous situation if we were like paying these $18,000 retainers. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you know?
No, exactly. And so I think until Yeah, I mean, I would say until it's not fun anymore, but like I still think I foresee us still having fun, coming up with new products and ideas for many more years to come.
You know, imagine in 10 years someone's like, yeah, like 10 million or 15 million. I don't know, maybe that's too lofty, maybe it's too low, but like that would be like crazy. You know what I mean? That would be like a life-changing amount of money from like, you know, and like that's, yeah, I don't know. It would just be insane. But no, I agree with you. I don't think it's in the next 5. You know, I think we're kind of just creeping into like something where it's like, dude, this is like super exciting, you know?
Yeah, as long as like we have been doing it, which is kind of crazy that it's been, what, 6-7 years now, like, it just almost feels like we're getting started in a way. You know what I mean? Like you said, because like those early days, it was like more of like a lot of people, they jump all in to start a business, to start a company, and that's it. Like Prism for us was always just like this like little side project amongst everything else. Like the productions, you know, the music videos, the films, the studios, and then now I think like it's just like you said, the foundation is laid, everything's just primed and kind of ready to go. Like, okay, where can we kind of take it now? But I think we still are both in agreement and under the same mindset of like we kind of want to do it slowly and organically versus like go out, because I feel like given our numbers just in sales, our you know, social media presence, following, like we could go out, zero debt, could go out and raise a shit ton of money and
like blow into all these investors.
Exactly. You know? We could blow this thing up and have all these employees, big warehouse, and do all this stuff. But then it's just like, does that suck the fun out of it because you're so beholden to these investors and the money and having to make that back? And I don't know, just like also like I've heard, and I feel like you've probably heard countless of stories where people, they like build this thing
all the time,
and it gets
like
and it gets so big to the point where it's like, this is kind of not fun anymore. It's more stressful than it is like fun.
Cool.
Now we kind of each run in our own lane, right? Now that we have those team members like Marshall heading up a lot of the affiliates and kind of just like busy work, like connecting the dots on a lot of things, and then Anna running the business side of it, then we're able to focus on like the creative and ideas, like doing the store and then doing the commercial and you know, for the store and having this activation. Like that's only going to be done by us, like our creative brains to move and grow the business in that way. It's not going to be done by them, but they can keep us on track in the background, help facilitate the things that need to get done for that store opening and all that stuff, so we can just focus on this creative aspect of the business.
I think it was like 10,000 or 20,000 sessions of people who came to our site within like a day, or I'm probably butchering it. I could probably check actually right now. And I was like, damn, 10,000. We only had like maybe 100 orders that day. I'm like, what if that was like 400 orders?
Right.
Or something? You know what
I mean, spot on. And there's a way to get there.
I'll check. I'll do last month, because last month was crazy. So last month was, we had 112,000 sessions.
So
and a 1.4 conversion, meaning only, and that would make sense. So almost 1.4K orders. So if we had 112,000 people and only 1.14% people converted, dude, what if that was 3?
Right.
What if that was 5?
What was the monthly revenue on that one? Or the 217? So that 200,
like 354, just off of optimizing.
So going from optimizing it maybe 2% better, you go from 215,000 to 350 to 400.
100%. And one of the strategies I actually thought it would be cool and pretty easy to implement